Hello, I'm Paula Mena, and today I will talk about classroom management, more specifically about the physical space. One of the most important factors that affect students' performance is the place where most of the learning happens, which is the classroom. And two of the most common issues in this area are the layout and the visual displays of the classroom. As teachers, we must know how to build our classes from the very beginning so that with our students, we can create a welcoming and organized environment so that they can learn and make the most of the class. So first we have the layout of the classroom. This is the arrangements that you make regarding the furniture that there is in the class. And there are three main areas to take into account when planning the layout of the class: students' seats, teacher's desk, and common areas. So first, for student seats, it is important to take into account our own teaching style and class activities. This is going to let students know what will happen during the class. And even if you don't know your students very well at the beginning of the year, for example, it is important to have a seating arrangement so that they can work comfortably. For visual access, I know this might sound a little bit obvious, but all of the students must have access to whatever it is that you're showing or that they need to pay attention to. Otherwise, they can get distracted and not really pay attention or understand the lesson. And most importantly, we have to take into account students that have visual impairments or that wear glasses or that are taller or shorter, or take into account those things that might obstruct their sight. Then we have openness to change. This is that teachers need to be open to change the layout of the classroom during the year. I know that it might be a little bit of extra work, but our students grow during the year and they develop new friendships and so on. So what works in 1 month may not work in the next one. And it is always nice to take into consideration our students' preferences when it comes to seating arrangements. So if it works for them and for the rest of the class, it is always nice to take into account their opinions. Then we have the teacher's desk, which is also a very important part of the class because it has two main functions. One is to give the teachers a nice place to work. Teachers work before, during, and after the class, so we need to have a clear space to work on our things. And it should also allow for private comments or questions. When placing the desk, we should take care of where we put it because it might give different impressions of the class. If it's in the front, some students might feel intimidated to go and ask questions. I mean, yes, you can monitor your students, but they might not feel comfortable for asking questions. Then if we put it at the back of the class, students might feel a little bit more comfortable when asking questions, and you can still keep an eye on your students. If the desk is in the center of the class, everyone has access to the desk area, but it might be uncomfortable to go between the classmates and ask for private questions. And if the desk is off to the side, it gives the impression that that is the teacher's personal workspace, which is separated from the rest of the seats. And also it allows for more comfortable private conversations or like teacher-students interactions. Lastly, for common areas, these might be the messiest areas of the class, so we need to take care of them.